And it was really unfortunate. I was kind of horrified because I've been working with Dr. Tam O'Shaughnessy, Dr. Ride's partner, and then it all fell apart, and I was just very, very crushed. But it all started with the biography of Sally Ride, and the volunteer from our organization from the Legacy Project Education Initiative, and also someone who works in our media relations, Carrie Maxwell, who originally crafted the first draft and taught me so much about it. So I'd like to turn it over to Carrie to lend her thoughts about it.
Hi everyone, can you guys hear me? Just making sure. Okay, so I was in middle school when NASA announced that Dr. Sally Ride was going to be the first American woman in space, and since then I've admired her for her career as an astronaut, and more importantly for co-founding Sally Ride Science in 2001. One thing that stood out for me was the way she responded to media queries ahead of her first space flight. Dr. Ride didn't define herself by her gender, but the media did, going so far as to ask questions that no man would ever have to answer. Would spaceflight affect her reproductive organs? Did she plan to have children? Would she wear a bra or makeup in space? Did she cry on the job? How would she deal with menstruation in space? She was unflappable and told the media that she thought of herself as one way, as an astronaut, not a woman astronaut, saying, "It's too bad this is such a big deal. It's too bad our society isn't further along." And I don't know about today, but even at 12 years of age, I understood the importance of that statement, and from that moment on, I became a fan of her and her work. This all happened in 1983, when not many women went into STEM careers, science, technology, engineering, and math, much less become an astronaut. Instead of cashing in on her celebrity status, Dr. Ride chose to focus on her work and eschewed the limelight throughout her life, and for that she should be applauded. When it was revealed in Dr. Ride's obituary that she was survived by her partner, Dr. Tam O'Shaughnessy, my first thought was her biography had to be included among the many names and events that make up the Legacy Project. I'm so excited that Dr. Ride is being honored with the Legacy Walk plaque today. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the tour.
Thank you, Carrie. We're going to be playing with the mic volume here because I never remember which one goes to which. Is that better? A little bit better. Anyway, now, this just came to me only a couple of days ago. I'm so excited. I talked with Bear Ride, who is Sally Ride's sister, and found out, much to my surprise, that they have a cousin in Chicago, and she is here with us. So I'd like to introduce Nancy Van Brunt here to speak on behalf of the family.
Thank you. And the surprise to me was 2 days ago when they asked if I would like to speak.
Is that fair?
Yeah. The surprise to me was 2 days ago when they asked if I would like to speak at this event. So, first I give warm greetings and thank you from Reverend Bear Ride, Sally's sister, Sally's mother, Joyce Anderson Ride, who turns 91 next month. They live in California and just couldn't be here for this event. But she called her Chicago cousin to see if maybe I could be here for this event. So much has been said already about Sally. She was a trailblazer in many, many ways. We think of her as the first American woman astronaut. She went on to take on the STEM Sally Ride Science Project to encourage 11, 12, 13-year-old girls to pursue the sciences and math. And it's not like a Barbie doll. If math is too hard, it's not too hard. And so we are, as a family, really quite proud to have Sally's plaque here in Chicago along Halsted Street. I'd like to thank Victor Salvo, particularly for tracking me down 2 days ahead when you were juggling chainsaws.
And I quote you on that.
Yes, you might. And for Tom Skilling for sponsoring the plaque, and particularly for the Legacy Project for seeing through these. How many plaques are there now? 30. There'll be 30 plaques. It's a wonderful thing you've done, and as a Chicagoan lifelong, thank you very much.
Tom Skilling, the meteorologist, came up to us in 2013 at the dedication party at Sidetrack and said, I would like to sponsor Sally Ride. This is after all these other things had fallen through. And I was like, are you serious? And then, of course, because he is a Uber star in Chicago, it took me about 6 months to actually track him down and have a conversation with him about it, and I had almost started giving up hope, and he came back like gangbusters, and he's like, no, I'm so sorry, it's so hard to get a hold of me, and I really am thrilled by this. And he came through, and he did issue a statement. He can't be here because he's actually on vacation. He only gets a little bit of vacation a year, and he has to take it because of the way it's slotted on the TV station. So he's in Alaska right now, but he will be at our event next week on Saturday. But here is his statement. I specifically wanted to celebrate Dr. Sally Ride not only for being America's first woman in space, but for her unwavering commitment to educating young people. The Sally Ride Science Center and I share a passionate belief in the importance of science to America's future. Thank you, Tom Skilling. So now we're going to bring Margot Jones up to read the plaque.
Hi. Sally Ride was born on May 26, 1951 in Los Angeles, California. She grew up playing sports and competing in national junior tennis tournaments. But it was her fascination with science that led her to become a physicist, a science writer, and an inspirational advocate for science literacy. In 1977, while finishing her PhD in physics at Stanford University, she saw an ad in the student newspaper that NASA was looking for astronauts and for the first time was allowing women to apply. She was one of only 35 people, including 6 women, chosen to join the astronaut corps from among 8,000 applicants. When Challenger mission STS-7 blasted off from Kennedy Space Center in Florida on June 18, 1983, Sally Ride soared into history as the first American woman in space. Her second flight, STS-41G, also aboard Challenger, launched on October 5, 1984. Ride was the only person to serve on the Presidential Commission's investigation, both the Challenger explosion in 1986 and the Columbia disaster in 2003. She retired from NASA in 1987 and became a science fellow at the Center for International Security and Arms Control at Stanford. In 1989, she joined the faculty at the University of California, San Diego as a professor of physics and a director of the California Space Institute. In 2001, Ride founded her own company, Sally Ride Science, to pursue her longtime passion for motivating girls and boys to study science and explore careers in science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM. Sally Ride died on July 23, 2012, after a 17-month battle with pancreatic cancer. She is survived by Dr. Tam O'Shaughnessy, her life partner of 27 years, her mother, Joyce, sister, Bear and Bear's spouse, Susan, niece, Caitlin, and nephew, Whitney. In 2013, she was posthumously awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, our nation's highest civilian honor, by President Barack Obama, a fitting tribute to a remarkable life that became a symbol of the ability of women to break barriers.
Okay. Hey, who's doing the honor? We welcome Sally Ride to the Legacy Walk. Isn't that picture awesome? Sam got us that.